Welcome, I'm Mrs. Vreeland, supervisor of the G&T program. I'm very excited for tonight's open mic night. I want to start with some thank yous. First, thank you for coming. Thank you parents, grandparents, friends, family, students. Thank you for your hard work. Thank you for your support. Also, I want to thank our teachers, Mrs. Haig, Miss Law. See, they don't applaud until I say Miss Law. And Miss Quinn on this side. They've worked very hard, as I know our students have worked very hard to practice and prepare the presentations that you'll see tonight. Also, thank you to our Board of Education and our central office leadership team. Thank you to our tech department. We have Wilmer here with us tonight, videoing. Yes, we always like to see our presentations on the Woodbridge TV. And so these are the people that make G&T and the arts possible in our school district. So we just want to say thank you. Because we love doing these things and we're glad to have you here. So tonight you're going to see from the music department solos and small groups, and then from the creative writing and theater arts, a night of poetry. Will be mixing it up. So I hope you enjoy tonight's performances. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Eliza. I'm from Isla Middle School and I'm in 8th grade, and I'll be singing Snowman by Sia. Thank you. Don't cry, snowman, not in front of me. Who'll catch your tears if you can't catch me, darling? If you can't catch me, darling. Don't cry, snowman, don't leave me this way. A puddle of water can't hold me close, baby. Can't hold me close, baby. I want you to know that I'm never leaving, 'cause I miss the snow till death will be freezing. Yeah, you are my home for seasons. So come on, let
Last Time by Lucas Valencia. Sorry. And there it is, the final year, the final bow and the final tear, the final time to see your friends, the final time before it ends. We all hoped that it would last, but soon it'll all be in the past. Like an old clock ticking by, soon enough it had to die. So now for one last time, we must all just say goodbye. The memory we made were all gold, that we'll recall when we are old. Through all the years we faced it all, and now today we stand tall. We've been changed and we learned to grow. Who knows now where we will go? We can be great and we can be gold if we believe and break the mold. One last time to look back before like stars we shoot off track. To say goodbye to our old lives and run away into the night. To live our lives, to live it right. To say goodbye for one last time. Thank you.
A Moonlit Walk by Yesha Mewani. The breeze dances through my heart. The scene looks like painted art. The silence feels heavier than ever as I wish for this night to stay forever. The streetlights glow along the lane, still shining from the evening rain. Puddles shimmer at my feet, mirroring the sky so neat. The trees sway gently overhead, their restless leaves softly spread. Branches trace the moonlit air, moving slowly without a care. Clouds drift past the silver moon, not too fast and not too soon. The world feels calm, the dark so wide, with steady shadows at its side. Thank you.
Winter by Liliana Moranti. Life feels unreal during the winter. The once vibrant summer grass gets blanketed in thick, fluffy snow. It falls from the sky in magical flurries that feel like they've been taken out of a Hallmark movie. Christmas lights twinkle through the gray evening fog, illuminating the snowy streets with a heavenly glow. Animals fall into their deep slumbers, now the night feels quieter. After Christmas, winter changes. Children walk to school in warm winter jackets, everyone's worn out from the Christmas fun. Snow blizzards cancel work for everyone, ice coats the streets in slippery sheets, snowmen line the blocks, and children compete in hectic snowball fights. January feels like an eternity, a month full of unopened Christmas gifts and snowy weather alerts. But once February comes, life changes yet again. Suddenly it's Valentine's Day, people being asked out left and right, gifts full of chocolate and cards filled with delight. Suddenly nights get shorter, the countdown to spring has begun. The everlasting chill starts to break, the sun finally peeking out from the thick clouds. Animals come up from their hibernation, spring is on the horizon. Thank you.
Missing by Natalie Belenke. How often danger lurks inside our homes, how often we let it inside. The problem with a missing person is that everyone is under suspicion. They slip from a dimension, like something took them from us, like dark tentacles pulling them deeper and deeper. They tried to shriek, but we couldn't hear as their voice faded into the darkness. A clock keeps ticking in empty rooms, echoing louder than their laughter ever did. A chair sits crooked at the table, a cup still warm, untouched. Posters bloom on telephone poles, smiles frozen in printer's ink. Have you seen ... as if a question could stitch a tear in the world. It hurts to know that absence is not emptiness, but a presence that refuses to leave.
Momo by Abby Neidl. A smile like a dark, empty void, an abyss of ebony emptiness. Teeth like the blades of a mighty knight, like a snare ready to encase anything or anyone. Empty, hollow eyes like small, vacant caves at the top of a mountain, an ever-longing look in its eyes staring deep into its victims' souls. Dark and wide like salad plates, and people's glassy like antique china. The creature lurks in a blanket of darkness that falls over the earth at night. Whether a pair of eyes in a forest or a chunk of its matte purple hair, the creature is always around. When the light arises, it's no more than the fear it leaves in people. It only holds power if you believe, but once you do, there's no going back. It starts with a crash from the basement, from a closet, or from the bushes in the woods. This is simply its lore. Resistance is unfeasible. Maybe it's Momo's slow song and its low, grainy voice, or something in its eyes that hypnotizes you. You cannot resist. Thank you.
In the Quiet of Night by Riya Patel. The breezy winds fly by in a blast. I wonder if the sky would last. Do you ever wonder if the sky could cry? A sweep of gray would fly by. The awe-inspiring beauty of a star-filled expanse. countless twinkling stars, diamonds scattered. The dark sky helps me see the light within. In the quiet of night, stars fall softly. When the world slows down and everything else fades, you return and prance around me, my eyes sparkling from the light, the beautiful silver light. Thank you.
Untold by John V. Prajapati. Some emotions are louder than others, and we can't control that. Sometimes I feel like the grass under people's feet, stepped on and weary. Other times I'm like the clouds in the cosmic dust sky, floating freely without a care in the world. But this feeling speaks another language, one I will never understand. It's like this emotion doesn't want me to find it. It keeps running away. I see it though, lurking in the darkness. Every step I take forward, it takes one backwards. I open my mouth to call its name, but I remember it doesn't have one. Or maybe it does and I don't know it. Thank you.
The Things You Didn't Notice by Juliana Siena. You didn't notice it was the last time your mom got you dressed in the morning. It just stopped one day. You didn't notice it was the last time your parents carried you up inside after taking a nap in the car. Now they just wake you up. You didn't notice it was your last day sitting at the kids' table at family parties. You just know you grew up too fast. The first time you got an adult menu at a restaurant, you thought it was cool. You didn't notice that you'd never get a kids' menu again. When you sat down for dinner with your siblings, you didn't notice it would be the last time before they left for college. So many little things you don't notice until you grow up, and now all you do is notice. Thank you.
Marvelous nature, Maria Prabhu. Streaks of bright orange and yellow cover the evening sky. A small, blurred white dot is going to bed after being the guardian of the beach. Two tall palm trees calmly sway in the wind, coconuts falling from their green leaves. I feel small, smooth specks of sand covering my dry feet. The ocean waves reach for the shore. They fall short, but they don't give up. Seagulls sing a soft song in my ears, and I hum along with them. Tall, rugged mountains play hide and seek with each other in the distance. I can't stop staring at them. Nature is marvelous, just marvelous. I'm so lucky I have the time and take it all in. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Riley. I'm from CMS, and I'm singing Girl in the Bubble.
Look, there's that beautiful heart.
Choose Before Dusk by Abhinav Gatala. We shared a map with no marked lines, a kingdom built on give it time. I held the torch, you set the pace, a perfect blur of time and space. But now the ink begins to smear, the summit's edge no longer clear. I see the light retreat behind the glass, watching the weight of the shadows pass. You cast your questions to the tide, then pull the anchor back inside. You ask the wind if I still care, while I'm holding the kite string in the air. It's a hollow mask on a quiet face, a frantic run in a standing place. You say you're empty, you say you're thin, with too many echoes beneath your skin. And then the signal, the final word, he is gone, the past is heard. But even now, through the salt and the grit, you mourn the spark before it quit. You grieve the ghost of a shared road, while I'm the one who shared the load. The world is telling me to catch the breeze, to find my peace in calmer seas. But I'm an anchor that has learned to wait. I don't believe in a closing gate. I'm stepping back, but not away. I finished what I've had to say. I'm not the shadow, I'm not the then, the hollow echo of a might have been. The porch is lit, the glass is clear. I'm standing where I've been for years. I've shown you what the sun can be, and I am the dusk that folds into the sea. Thank you.
I Wish by Megan Diasa. I wish I can fly, I wish I can sing, but the wishes we wish aren't as they seem. Some wish for a brother, some wish for another person to brighten their day, another tale others would obey. But for me it comes down to one big wish, one that might not be for a silver dish. But the way I see it is life moves on. The winds will whisper, the trees will talk, the waves will stretch beyond the horizon, the rivers will run because unknown to the weather, the clouds are too busy for our tether. The wind refuses to be ignored, the trees agree quietly alone. The sand remembers every step it's told. The sun lingers longer than expected, for storms carry more than the rain collected. Everything has a purpose. The clouds wish for a storm, the moon wishes for light. All the wishes we wish can't just appear, closer than near. For me, I wish I may cheer, I wish I was near to my friends that live so far away. But the wishes I come aren't the ones I said today. I wish. My mind goes blank. My life is great, as they say. That one wish will stay until I get called upon with no delay. I wish. Thank you.
To Be a Cloud by Josiah Mack. I see the sun's blazing gaze at the earth, and feel the sky become ever so much warmer. I hear the rumble of planes and chirps of birds, and smell the calming scent of trees. I taste the joy in the air, I can't help but to prance. I see the others don a dark gray hue, and feel myself become heavier. I hear the sudden crying of my brethren, and smell the noxious fumes of carbon monoxide. I taste despair amongst the world. I can't help but to cry myself. I see the rage amongst the ground and sky, and feel anger stir in my bowels. I hear crackling bolts from the sky to the ground, and smell the char of woods burnt down. I taste the anguish of all up above, and I can't help but to swirl in anger despite the damage. Yet I think about the damage I caused. I see the destruction of my rampage along the ground, and I feel sorry for those I hurt. I hear the screams and cries of those affected, and smell the flames rage even larger. I taste the bitterness of regret as I now leave the area. I can't help but to cry again, along with everyone else. My tears stop the rage that spreads to the land. I see the glee of those who stand by the forest, and feel the joy build up once again as the sun sets. I hear the faint call of the owls as they wake for the night, and smell the peace surrounding the earth. I taste the bittersweet feeling of my corrected mistakes, and can't help but smile as I cover the sun one last time. The night is beautiful. Thank you.
The Sky by Sarama Parpali. It starts as a blank blue sheet of dawn, a quiet, cool color before the world is on. Then the sun breaks through with amber light, chasing away the darkness of the night. At sunset, it catches fire, crimson and gold, a chaotic, beautiful story being told. Then it settles, fading to a purple hue, giving the moon a deep midnight view. The pale blue ribbon splits the gray, makes the darkness go away. A golden coin in the sea of blue, chasing away the morning dew. A vast blue canvas stretched out wide, where clouds of all types wander by. From the sunrise gold to starry night, the sky, filling the world with its endless light. Thank you.
Time Doesn't Wait by Rashika Tarde. Each tick is a heartbeat creating the rhythm of life. The quiet of night comes a day full of strife. Minutes and seconds pass turning into hours. Sand trickles through the hourglass tower. Like a river carrying the legacy of our joy and sadness downstream. Sometimes it seems like a curse and other times like a dream. As the seasons change, the reminiscences disappear and grow. Each instant is a petal in the river of time's flow. Time's a thief stealing moments in its wake. With the break of dawn, new paths we make. The memories that we have will always stay, even as our footprints slowly fade away. In the library of the stars, our names are written in the present. Time passes and passes until it doesn't. Enjoy each moment and don't let it slip away. Time doesn't wait, it will always decay. Thank you.
Half Child, Half Adult by Prisha Joshi. I once slept with a stuffed bear by my pillow, but now I set alarms and worry about tomorrow. I laughed aloud at witty jokes and climbed up the stairs 2 at a time, and now I lie awake at night with heavy thoughts piling up in my mind. I miss when stumbling blocks could be fixed in a snap, or when cuts could be healed with a simple band-aid laid over the gap. But now, problems last an eternity, and some broken pieces can never be fixed back into the way they once were. I stand between the sentences, you're just a kid and you're too old for that. It's a decision I cannot make. It's like being stretched into 2 directions at once. I'm being torn between 2 worlds, half child and half adult. Thank you.
What Happens If We Stop Pretending by Abigail Hilton. What happens if we stop pretending? What if for one moment we peel off our blindfolds, melt off the masks we've worn our entire lives, and take a peek into reality? What happens if we stop pretending? What happens if we stop pretending that the ear-to-ear smiles are genuine when they are truly just a cover for the chaotic, confusing, and complicated minds? What happens if we stop pretending? What happens if we stop pretending that we are the only ones struggling when we know deep down that everyone is battling their own hardships? What happens if we stop pretending? Would our stories finally be considered? At last, will light shine on issues that were once in the dark? And would silent struggles finally be heard? What happens if we stop pretending? Thank you.
What Is This Feeling by Isabella DeJohn. The sky today is like a perfect picture you can't unsee. Something above us with dashing beautiful colors. Orange cream, dusty lilac, innocent pink, and spun honey paint the sky as the sun starts to set and the moon rises. I wonder, how can this be real? It feels like a dream, but finding out it's a beautiful reality. Something is coming down to the ground. Snow, such a magnificent thing. Suddenly, a vibrant orchid mist rises up. Another piece to the puzzle. Time to play and watch. A great day to take pictures and not forget. One of the most perfect memories yet. Thank you.
My name is Kavya. I'm from CMS, and I'm in 8th grade. And I'll be singing A Million Dreams. I close my eyes and I can see a world that's waiting up for me, that I call my own. Through the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say I've lost my mind. I don't care. for the world we're gonna make. There's a house we can build, every room inside is filled with things from far away. Special things I compile, each one there to make you smile on a rainy day. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say we've lost our minds. I don't care if they call it crazy. We can live in a world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors through my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. However big, however small, let me be part of it all. Share your dreams with me. You may be right, you may be wrong, but say you'll bring me along to the world you see, to the world I close my eyes to see, close my eyes to see. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. For the world we're gonna make. My name is Mihir Kanduri. I'm a ninth grader currently in John F. Kennedy Memorial High School. I am a former student of Miss Law / alumni, and I love her so much that I wanted to sing again here. I'm going to be singing Clementine by Grant Paris. I hope you like it. I've been changing, but the burn stays the same. What can I do to tame the heat of this fire? Forever saving the remnants of love, like ancient stories told from another time, eternally painted on my mind. Forever gray until I forget you, like I never met you. My dearest Clementine, throw it away, but close enough to you. 'Cause although I hate you, I will still fall in love, my Clementine, every time. If we're fading, then honey, I'll be fading too. Darling, I don't even know who I am without you. For
still I find myself going all over you. You came in a dream, you touched the depths of my mind. No, color it gray until I forget you, like I never met you. My dearest Clementine, throw it away. You're close enough to you, 'cause although I hate you, I will still fall in love, my Clementine, every time. You know how I try, Clementine, every time. We gray until I forget you, like I never met you. My dearest Clementine, until I forget you, like I never met you. My dearest Clementine. 'Cause although I hate you, I was so fall in love, my Clementine, every time. No matter how hard I try, my Clementine, every time. You're always on my mind.
The Paradox of Choice by Divier Grover. Every day, I stand at crossroads, with different paths calling my name. Some look bright and exciting. Others look like they might lead to trouble, or at least a bad grade. Sometimes I choose the light, a path that feels calm and right. It guides me forward, step by step, like a GPS that finally stops saying, recalculating. Other times, I spend 20 minutes trying to pick a sparkling water flavor, only to realize I don't even like sparkling water. But sometimes shadows fill my mind, a weight pressing on my chest. What if I choose wrong and find regrets that settle in hard and quick? What if I pick the wrong high school elective and accidentally derail my entire future? Before I've even learned to drive? Dramatic? Maybe. Unrealistic? Definitely not. But here's what I'm figuring out. Choices come with hope and doubt, light and shadow, confidence and confusion. And that's normal, because every step, even the weird, stressful, sparkling water ones, helps me learn something new. And little by little, I'm finding my way. Thank you.
Evil Within by Divij Agarwal. In the dark hours, I sense it, a presence at the corner of my thoughts, not loud but persistent, like the chirping of a bird in the dead of night. It is not frightening, not even unfamiliar. It wears my gestures, controls my voice, mirrors the tilt of my head when I'm uncertain. It flickers in envy, in the urge to pierce with words. In the thrill of betrayals, I do not fear it. I study its outline, trace its movements as I would my own shadow on the wall. It is a desire, anger, a longing for control, all the impulses I name, then bury deep inside. Evil is a mirror in which I see not only what I try to hide, but everything I have understood and now command. Thank you.
Clock Climbers by Arna Patel. Have you ever wondered of the mysteries down under? How does a simple clock ever go tick-tock? It started off with people, oh so tiny in size. The fate of our clock rests in their eyes. The second hand ticks by ever quickly, pushed by the tiniest of hands. Then a minute passes by, and the clock updates. The cycle never ends. People sprinting about, dashing up and down stairs. When the clock strikes midnight, their hard work prevails. The chaos within a clock, though not important to you, clock climbers really care. Clock climbers do. Thank you. Field of Friendship by Jessica Chukwu. These are friends. Friendship is the quiet comfort in a thunderous world. A friend is like a water-dappled emerald green forest or a lovely calm sapphire sea. Friendship is a golden thread that binds two hearts, or two colorful puzzle pieces that fit together like peas in a pod. Friends are like buttery syrup on a golden pancake sticking by you every step of the way. For the lonely people, friendship could be the twinkling light shimmering at the end of a long and ghastly tunnel, just continuing to shine on their own, waiting there to be reached. Friends are as caring as a mother's warm golden arms, always ready to take a firm stand, ready to defend what matters most. Friends are a lifeboat in an ocean of despair. They are like a priceless jewel that can never be replaced. For a friend is not just a person you know, but the garden where your happiest memories grow. These are friends. Thank you.
School by Hiroja. I snoozed my alarm and went back to bed, saying, school again. The alarm rang again like the clock of Big Ben. I checked the time. It was 7:45. Oh my. I rushed out of bed. You have 5 minutes left, my mom said. I took a piece of bread and ran out the door. As I sat on the bus, I wanted more. I entered the school with hope and joy, only to hear lockers slamming like knocked over toys. First period, here I come. Writing an essay, now that isn't fun. Ring, 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 second period is coming. A project about whatever you decide. I'll choose the topic of a playground slide. Ring, ring, ring. Third period is where I'm going. We are learning about my favorite things every day. My favorite unit was fractions anyway. The teacher said, you're going home early today. Here's the work you'll miss today. Really? Okay. Hip hip hooray. Thank you.
Grown Hearts, Same Love by Janie Cathari. Younger siblings are like stage actors without scripts. They can change roles as quickly as the light flickers. They are like the bright clouds in the sky, protecting us from the shining sun above. Younger siblings are like Tom and Jerry, playing and fighting like besties. They arrive like thieves in the night, stealing every ounce of recognition while handing us a loud accomplice to pick the locks. It's like magnets we snap shut to shield each other from the storm. We scatter around like seeds, strong on our own. Younger siblings are like double-sided knives. One side too perfect to tell lies, the other side ready to help hide secrets. They trade our secrets to our parents for favors, then bury the evidence to keep us safe. One leaves a mess in the kitchen with chaos. The other acts as a ghost and cleans everything up. They're also experts at starting a tiny war. One hand reaches out to steal a favorite toy. The other hand, just as quickly, steals it right back. It goes on and on like a spinning wheel. Now they are taller. Their voices are deeper. The world says they have grown up, but their hearts haven't changed a bit. They are still those two kids on the rug, locked in a wrestle, legs and arms tangled like knots. Different scripts, different stages, but forever part of the same play. Thank you.
Donuts and Snowflakes by Anjali Samuel. A plain donut is like grass on a day expecting snow. Frosting blankets the fluffy bread like snow on a winter morning, and sprinkles flurry down like snowflakes falling from the great beyond. When you bite into it, the fluffy dough crunches down until it breaks, and sprinkles spread settling on your tongue, making a snow globe in your mouth. Yet snowy grass and donuts couldn't be more different. The snow is cold and bitter on the tongue, but donuts are warm and they fill your mouth with happiness. On a snowy day, I can settle in with a book and a strawberry frosted donut and come back to the thought of how they're alike. Thank you.
Perfection by Annabelle Dvorak. High above me sits an entrance, waiting, longing, craving the feeling of being opened by the gentle hands of an achiever. I study for hours, I clean for hours, I train for hours, but it's never enough to experience the rush of opening that door. Life is testing me constantly, dragging me down every chapter of every day. I take one step forward, looking back at the milestones behind, my heart full of pride and satisfaction. Walking through that door, I'm suddenly confronted by reality, realizing that one singular mistake takes me 3 dreadful steps back. As the minutes turn into hours, and the hours into days, I fear any form of failure, struggle, or misery. Yet dishonoring my own dreams, I decide to live a little, forgetting about any horrid consequences to come. All of a sudden, there I am, no longer where I was. I've fallen from my place of perfection. My once perfect sky has now lost its parachute. Just moments before, I had been gliding through obstacles with ease, yet suddenly the petrifying opposite confronts me. Shooting back down into my agony again, I slowly comprehend I'll never be flawless. Pondering if having flaws makes me annoying or incompetent. Though life is just a roller coaster, gradually twisting and turning more and more throughout the periods of longing time. Every dip is filled with grief and battles, but every loop and ascent is filled with love, joy, and pleasure. For at the top of this roller coaster is the superior life everybody dreams of having, though it is simply just a line lingering overhead us. Each centimeter that you slowly creep up this line is a reminder of how far you've traveled throughout the stages of your existence. Reaching that line is like running into somebody with open, heartfelt arms, a feeling that is truly indescribable. However, that time is very short, as the roller coaster has very little track at the top. The dip comes only after a fragment of seconds, sending you leaning straight forward in your seat, crashing back down deep into the deep depths of my own bottomless thoughts. I perceive perfection does not exist for eternity, meaning everybody makes mistakes. It's okay to fail, for failing is the only way to truly succeed. And honestly, perfect is the scariest thing to be. As soon as there's pure perfection, you have so much more to lose. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Victoria. I'm gonna sing Almost There by Princess of the Frog. Mama, I don't have time for dancing. That's gonna have to wait a while. Ain't got time for messing around, and it's not my style. This whole town can slow me down. People taking the easy way, 'cause I know exactly where I'm going. Getting closer, closer every day, and I'm almost there. Almost there. People down here think I'm crazy, but I don't care. Trials and tribulations, and my share. There ain't nothing gonna stop me now, 'cause I'm almost there. I remember Dad had told me fairy tales can come true. You gotta make it happen, all depends on you. So I work real hard and each every day, at least to show my going my way. Just doing what I do. Look out, boys, and I'm coming through. I'm almost there. Almost there. People don't come in from everywhere, so I'm almost there. I'm almost there. There's been trials and tribulations, you know I had my share. But I climbed the mountain, I crossed the river, I'm almost there. I'm almost there, and I'm almost
Old Spice Rain by Alice Noel Musgrove. When I was sleeping one random night, I had a dream, and it was all right. There was rain falling from above, and I was in the city of brotherly love. The rain smelled like Old Spice, and it was quite rare, but it added a bit of flair. It seemed quite silly for just some random day. I walked into my hotel room drinking my cocoa from the cafe. I wondered to myself, should I take a shower? It seemed like the best thing to do, but I wanted to smell like that for a few more hours. Suddenly I woke up to the warm sunlight, but it had only been a dream that I'd had in the night. Thank you.
Oh Math by Olive Shahidi. Oh Math, how I abhor you, watching my sacred art form of letters join your team, watching the A, B, and C I learned to write with become your pawns in this sick game, your insipid triangles just waiting for me to find X. Oh my fifth period nuisance, how I dread you, watching the clock tick as the seconds we have together go by. As that 2 o'clock bell rings, I am comforted by its shriek. When I wake up, I think of you. I think of you in the afternoon, evening, and night too. I wake up afraid, alone in my bed thinking about you. And yet, so many others love you. So many people wish for your love, and yet you give the burden of it to me. A world without you would be like a forest without wildfires. My dearest Math, how I fear you. Your petulant responses when I lose track of complex steps. Oh, Math, you rigid ego maniac of my nightmares. How I wish we were strangers once again. Thank you.
Where Does Silence Live by Amelie Moon. Silence lives in the unsent message, the message that you wanted to share that never was. Silence lives in the plant that died too soon. You forgot to water it and its green leaves turned brown. Now it just lies there, a sad reminder to you every time you walk by it. Silence lives in the unfinished puzzle on your dining room table. Its pieces scattered across the table and might never be finished. Silence lives in the trees. It blows through the leaves, leaving a trace but never staying. Silence lives in the emptiness of your house when you move out. Its bareness is like an awakening, making you realize that it's time for a new beginning. Silence lives in the TV show you've watched for the 20th time. You slowly let it sink in that no matter how many times you watch it, it will never feel the same as the first. Silence lives in the photos from a trip years ago. You admire them, scanning over the smiles and laughs you can feel through the photo. Remember that silence is always lurking, watching until it's time to emerge once again. Thank you.
The Phantom of Musical Theater by Avery Wonka. You are 9 years old and you walk out into a cramped but lively studio floor. You see some kids playing around and singing. You can tell they have done this before. You go to auditions and try your best to sing proudly and speak with character. You find out that you are Simba for your first musical. The months go by and you finish your first show, the sound of applause lifting you to the end of the school year. There is another one and another one, vignettes and camps. You've already gotten 6 shows under your belt. The more you do, the more you notice the influence of musical theater. You watch Wicked and sing it every second, and you know all the words to Encanto. Big roles, smaller roles, ensemble, you always look on the bright side of life, and it always is enjoyable no matter what role you get. The ensemble is enjoyable, and of course there's no place like the theater. Teachers and directors love, guide you and make you feel like you're in Sala Salou. As you continue, you start to notice something. Every musical you have done has been great, but something feels off, like a part of you is missing. One day, you are drawing posters for your play Oliver, and you start talking to others about things you enjoy. Before you know it, you have lots of new friends. That's what you were missing. The theater experience was never so rich. You have expanded your skills and your family. Your new friends are an extension of you, people who you can relate to and have fun with. You even spend your summer camp helping out with the production instead of being in it. Your musical theater experience will never end. It will never perish. Musical theater is a part of you, and it will be with you forever, somewhere over a rainbow. Thank you.
I Noticed by Bryn Walco. I noticed all the hate this world can bring. I noticed the way people stare. Millions of eyes seem to follow me everywhere. Wolves stalking their prey on a gloomy night, lurking in shadows ready to pounce. I noticed the way people submit, puppets on strings being controlled by others. Are we just pawns in the game of life, crazily influenced by strangers on the internet? I noticed the way people act, making jokes out of others, messing with their minds, pretending they're rag dolls to throw around. But I also noticed beauty. In a world full of pain caused by others, you can still find beauty. Beauty in the sky, beauty in the beach, beauty in the grassy earth, beauty in a world that can be filled with hope. I noticed not every story has a happy ending, but we can always pick ourselves up. There will always be time to heal. There will always be time to find that hope. All we need to do is try. I finally noticed the beauty this world can bring. Thank you.
Before Dusk by Sarai Sears. It's silence, it's silent, it's speechless, it's still. Something is growing, the dusty winds are blowing. Something of a mystery, nothing ever seen in history. They're advancing, shiny boots come prancing, their shouts ring the air. Noses turned up high, full of flair. Curtains drawn, lights turn out before dusk and not after dawn. They're coming, their sticks drumming, people go running. It's dark, it's doom, it's disaster, it's destruction. Fire, smoke, and you thought it was a joke. Tumbling, crumbling, now look at you, you're stumbling. We all knew it was near, yet we ignored, pretending we didn't hear. Look where it's led us now, dear. What are you going to do? I wish any of us knew. It all crashed, it went back in a backlash. Two worlds have clashed. How do you bounce back? You'll always be vulnerable for another attack. I'm not sorry it all fell, but I'll never tell. I'm a great keeper of all things secret. This was a small secret of mine. I'll tell it all in due time. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Mia Maros, and I'll be reading my poem, When You Wake Up, You'll Change the World. When you finally wake up, you realize you've been asleep your whole life. You begin seeing the truth. The power to change the world is in your hands. It always has been. The moment of realization strikes your heart. You've been missing out on so much. If only you stopped lying in rest and started chasing your dreams sooner, those wishes would already be within reach. But now, you finally choose to wake up, just as everyone around you did. A doctor wakes to save lives, a lawyer to seek justice, a teacher to spark dreams in young minds. Sometimes it starts small, by pulling up the covers and making your bed. Sometimes it's the harsh, sharp wake-up call, forcing you to rise. You remember the family in your bloodline sacrificed everything so that way you could roam the earth. So you vow to make them proud. The wake-up calls turn into voices echoing through your mind, reminding you to keep going. Small moments of accomplishment turn into even bigger ones. And then you remember, the successful souls you know today began their journey when they woke up. And when they woke up, they changed the world. Thank you.
I'm Eliza, and peace.
Oh, I'm here, yeah.
And we're gonna be doing a small duet with, what song was it? Oh,
It's Die With a Smile by Bruno Mars and Lady Gaga. It's kind of like a duet as male and female singers together, so hope you enjoy. I just woke up from a dream. You and I had to say goodbye, and I don't know what it all means, but since I survived I realized wherever you go, that's where I'll follow. Nobody's promised tomorrow, so I'ma love you every night like it's the last night, like it's the last night. If the world was ending, I'd wanna be next to you. If the party was over and our time on earth was through, I'd wanna hold you just for a while and die with a smile. If the world was ending, I wanna be next to you.
Lost in the words that we scream. I don't even wanna do this anymore, 'cause you already know what you mean to me, and our love's the only war worth fighting for. Wherever you go, that's where I'll follow. Nobody's promised tomorrow, so I'ma love you every night like it's the last night, like
to you. Right next to you. Next to you. Right next to you. If the world was ending, I'd wanna be next to you. If the party was over and our time on earth was through, I'd wanna hold you just for a while and die with a smile. If the world was ending, I'd wanna be next to you. If the world was ending, I'd wanna be next to you. I'd wanna be next to you.